The shift from chasing trends to building real wealthy used to be the guy chasing every investment trend: crypto, meme stocks, day trading options. It was a whirlwind of ups and downs, and no matter how much I made, I lost it again. The endless cycle of financial FOMO keeps most people broke, no matter how hard they work. Then, something changed. I discovered assets that never sell. Not when they're up 50%, not when they crash 30%, not even when the next Bitcoin craze comes around. Now, I own 7 wealth-building assets, 7 investments that work while I sleep, pay me while others panic, and build my legacy while I live my life. I'll never let them go no matter what happens in the market. Why? Because I finally understood the difference between trading and building wealth. Trading makes brokers rich. Holding makes you rich. If you want real wealth, the kind that lasts for generations and survives market crashes and economic disasters, stop flipping assets and start holding them. The challenge: watch this video till the end, because if you miss asset number 7, you could waste the next decade chasing fool's gold while the real treasure sits right in front of you. At the end, I'll show you exactly how to build all 7 of these into a portfolio that works whether you're 25 or 65, whether you have $1,000 or $100,000 to start. Ready? Let's build some generational wealth. Asset number 1. Real estate. The never sleep cash machinaires, the mistake I'll never forget. 3 years ago, sold a duplex for an $80,000 profit. It felt like I was on top of the world. But check that same property today, it's worth $180,000 more than when I sold it. And someone else is collecting $3,200 in rent each month from it. That's my biggest financial regret. Now, real estate isn't just property to me, it's a cash printing machine. It works while I sleep, appreciates while I live, and builds a legacy I'll never sell again. Why? Let me break it down. Triple income streams, rent every month, appreciation over time, and massive tax write-offs. Inflation fighter. When costs go up, so does rent. Leverage magic. Banks let you buy a $500,000 property with just $100,000 down. Tax fortress. Depreciation allows you to claim losses on paper while making real profits. Legacy gold. You can pass it down to your kids without triggering capital gains taxes. My numbers. My rental portfolio generated $47,000 last year with 0 hours of work, 0 calls, 0 meetings. And my properties appreciated an average of 4% annually while paying me monthly. Try getting that return from a savings account. Asset number 2. Blue chip stocks. The boring billionaire secret. While everyone's chasing the next hot stock, Tesla, Nvidia, crypto moonshots, my boring blue chip stocks quietly made me more money than all my exciting trades combined last year. McDonald's paid me dividends and grew by 12%. Coca-Cola? I've had it for 8 years, and it's doubled in value while consistently paying me increasing dividends. These aren't just stocks. These are the financial backbone of America. Companies like Apple, Microsoft, Visa, Procter & Gamble, Walmart, and Berkshire Hathaway. They don't just make money, they are money. And I own pieces of all of them. Why these giants are untouchable. let's talk about why these giants are a different breed of assets. Monopoly moats. Think McDonald's when it comes to burgers, Coca-Cola for soda, and Visa for credit cards. This isn't just branding. This is economic domination that competitors simply cannot breach. Dividend aristocrats. These companies have increased their payouts for 25 plus consecutive years through recessions, crashes, pandemics, you name it. They always pay their shareholders. Crisis survivors. These giants have outlasted wars, financial meltdowns, and tech disruptions. While startups fade away, they adapt and thrive. Global habits. Coca-Cola is consumed worldwide. Microsoft software is everywhere, and Visa is the global leader in payments. These companies don't just serve America. They become part of human habits. Blue chip revelation. Here's where I had my breakthrough. During the 2022 market crash, when growth stocks lost 60-80, my blue chip stocks dropped only 12%. But here's the kicker, they never stopped paying dividends. While everyone else was panicking, I was collecting checks. Boring beats brilliant every time. These aren't just stocks to sell. They're my forever assets. They pay me for life. They represent my stake in the companies that run the world. Asset number 3, AI stocks. The future you can own today. Let me tell you about my second chance. I missed the internet boom in the 90s. Microsoft, Amazon, those companies went from $50 to $500, and I was still stuck buying baseball cards. But with AI, I'm not missing the rocket ship this time. In 2023, I saw ChatGPT reach 100 million users in 2 months. Facebook took 4.5 years to do the same. I realized this wasn't just another tech trend. This was the moment, the electricity moment, the smartphone moment. I own stocks in AI giants like NVIDIA, Microsoft, Google, Taiwan Semiconductor, and Advanced Micro Devices. These are the companies shaping the future of human productivity. Why is this different? Infrastructure play. These companies have real revenue and real profits. For example, NVIDIA's data center revenue hit $47 billion last year. That's not speculation. That's cash flow. The first inning. We're in the first innings of a 20-year game. This is like 1995 for the internet. The AI companies building infrastructure today will be the Googles and Amazons of tomorrow. Productivity explosion. AI isn't just a tech advancement. It's a new way of doing business. Companies using AI scale 10x faster than their competitors. Universal integration. AI is everywhere in cars, medicine, manufacturing, finance, entertainment, and beyond. It's rebuilding every industry. My warning, AI stocks can be volatile. NVIDIA can drop 20% in a week without warning. So, keep 10-15 of my portfolio in AI, no more, no less. They aren't just trades, they're my tickets to the future. Asset number 4, your skills and brand. The money printing machine that can't crash. Plot twist. The best investment I ever made wasn't real estate, stocks, or crypto. It was investing in learning how to sell. I spent $3,000 on a sales course 5 years ago. That one skill has generated over $400,000 in additional income since then. A 13,000% ROI. Warren Buffett would love those kinds of returns. Here's the kicker. This asset gets stronger during crashes. In 2008, skilled people kept their jobs. In the 2020 pandemic, people with valuable skills pivoted and thrived. In 2022, tech layoffs happened, but companies didn't fire the skilled, just the mediocre. Why your skills are unbeatable. Recession-proof. Markets crash. Currencies collapse, but skills don't lose value. In fact, forever. Here's why these giants are untouchable. First, they have monopoly moats. When you think of burgers, you think of McDonald's. When you think of soda, you think of Coca-Cola. When you think of credit cards, you think of Visa. That's not branding. That's economic domination that competitors can't breach. Second, they're dividend aristocrats. These companies have increased their payouts for 25 plus consecutive years, through recessions, through crashes, through pandemics. They keep paying shareholders like clockwork. Third, they're crisis survivors. They've outlived wars, financial meltdowns, technology disruptions, and social upheavals. While startups die, these giants adapt and thrive. Fourth, they own global habits. People worldwide brush their teeth with end products, drink Coca-Cola, use Microsoft software, and pay with Visa cards. These aren't American companies anymore. They're human habit companies. Here's what changed my mind about blue chips. During the 2022 market crash, when growth stocks lost 60 to 80, my blue chip portfolio only dropped 12%. But here's the kicker, they never stopped paying dividends. While everyone else was panicking, I was collecting checks. Boring beats brilliant. Every single time. My strategy is simple. I don't buy blue chips to sell them. I buy them to collect checks from them for life. These are my forever stocks. My financial royalty payments. My stake in the companies that run the world. These blue chips are my stability foundation, but for explosive growth potential. Asset number 3, AI stocks. The future you can own today. Confession time. I missed the internet boom in the 90s. I was too young, too broke, too stupid to understand what was happening. Watched Microsoft and Amazon go from $50 to $500 while I bought baseball cards. But AI, this is my second chance. And this time I'm not missing the rocket ship. Here's what changed everything for me. In 2023, I watched ChatGPT get 100 million users in 2 months. Took Facebook 4.5 years to hit that number. I realized this wasn't just another tech trend. This was the electricity moment, the internet moment, the smartphone moment, all rolled into one. My AI arsenal, NVIDIA, Microsoft, Google, Taiwan Semiconductor, and advanced micro devices, plus select AI ETFs like RoboRQ and bots. These aren't just stocks, they're ownership stakes in the future of human productivity. Here's why this is different from every other hype cycle. It's an infrastructure play. Unlike crypto promises, AI companies have real revenue, real products, and real profits. Today, NVIDIA's data center revenue hit $47 billion last year. That's not speculation. That's cash flow. We're in the first inning of a 20-year game. This is 1995 internet all over again. The companies building AI infrastructure today will be the Googles and Amazons of tomorrow. It creates a productivity explosion. Companies using AI are scaling 10x faster than competitors. It's not just better technology, it's an entirely new way of doing business. Everything is integrated. AI isn't just chatbots. It's in cars, medicine, manufacturing, finance, warfare, and entertainment. Every industry will be rebuilt around artificial intelligence. Now, here's my warning, and this is crucial. I don't bet the farm on AI stocks. They're volatile as hell. NVIDIA can drop 20% in a week for no reason, but I'm not missing the harvest either. I keep 10 to 15% of my portfolio in AI, no more, no less. My philosophy is simple. These aren't trades, they're tickets to the future. And I'm holding those tickets until that future arrives. Because when AI fully transforms the world, I want to own the companies that made it happen. Speaking of owning the future, there's one asset that's even more powerful than AI stocks. Asset number 4, your skills and brand, the money printing machine. They can't crash. Plot twist. The best investment I ever made wasn't a stock, wasn't real estate, wasn't crypto. It was learning how to sell. Spent $3,000 on a sales course 5 years ago. That one skill has generated over $400,000 in additional income since then. ROI of 13,000%. Warren Buffett wishes he could find returns like that. Here's the kicker. It's the only asset that gets stronger during crashes. 2008 financial meltdown. Skilled people kept their jobs. 2020 pandemic. Here's what most people miss. They invest in assets they can't control: stocks, crypto, bonds, but your skills. You control everything. How hard you study, how much you practice, how fast you improve. No company can take that away from you. My challenge to you, comment below what one skill has changed your life the most. If your answer is none yet, start today. Because while stocks make you rich, skills make you wealthy. And there's a huge difference. but skills are just the beginning. Next up is an asset that gives you real estate profits without the landlord headaches. Asset number 5. Digital real estate. Read on for real estate without the headaches. I love real estate, but I hate late night calls about broken toilets. Last month, my tenant called me at 2 a.m. because the garbage disposal was making noise, costing me $200 to fix and a full night's sleep. That's when I remembered why I discovered REITs. All the profits of real estate ownership. None of the property management nightmares. REITs are like having a team of real estate professionals manage your portfolio while you sleep. Vink. These aren't just stock symbols. They're your tickets to owning shopping malls, hospitals, data centers, apartment complexes, and cell phone towers without ever leaving your couch. Here's why REITs are pure genius. Mandatory payouts. By law, they must distribute 90% of their profits to shareholders. No choice, no games, no excuses. It's like having rental income without owning rental property. Professional management. Instead of me dealing with tenants, repairs, and vacancies, teams of experts handle everything while I collect checks. Instant diversification. One REIT purchase gives me ownership in hundreds of properties across multiple states. Try doing that with physical real estate on a $10,000 budget. High liquidity. Need cash? Sell your REIT shares in seconds. Try selling a house that fast. Access to premium properties through REITs. I own pieces of Manhattan skyscrapers, California shopping centers, and Texas data centers that I could never afford individually. I'm basically a commercial real estate mogul with a $50,000 investment. Here's the math that matters. My REIT portfolio yields 4.2% annually in dividends alone. My physical properties yield 8 to 9%. But REITs require zero work, zero stress, zero phone calls. That's the convenience tax I'm happy to pay. The beautiful part, these aren't just dividend payments. They're growing. Quality REITs increase their payouts annually as rents rise and properties appreciate. It's like having rental properties that manage themselves and automatically raise the rent. My strategy is simple. REITs give me real estate exposure without becoming a landlord. I get the wealth-building power of property ownership with the simplicity of stock ownership. Now, while REITs protect me from tenant headaches, my next asset protects me from economic catastrophes. Asset No. 6. Precious metals. The crisis insurance that never expires. 2008 financial crisis, 2020 pandemic, 2022 inflation surge. Know what held its value through all three disasters? Gold. While my tech stocks crashed 50, while my crypto portfolio imploded, while my dollar lost purchasing power, gold just quietly did what it's done for 5,000 years. Preserve wealth when everything else fails. I learned this lesson the hard way during the March 2020 crash. My stock portfolio dropped 35% in 3 weeks. I was panicking, losing sleep, and checking my phone every 5 minutes. But my gold position barely moved, actually went up while everything else burned. That's when I realized precious metals aren't about getting rich quick. They're about staying rich forever. Physical gold, silver bars, platinum coins, plus ETFs like GLD, SLV, TBC. This isn't speculation. This is 5000-year insurance that never expires, never defaults, never declares bankruptcy. Here's why precious metals are essential portfolio insurance. They have humanity's longest track record. Gold has outlived every currency, every empire, every economic system in human history. The dollar is 50 years old. Gold is eternal. They're inflation destroyers. When governments print money, currencies lose value, but metals gain value. It's mathematical. More dollars chasing the same amount of gold equals higher gold prices.